Good morning, Stampin' friends. Hey, everybody. It's Jody Breckbill's Stampin' Queen. I am live here in my studio. So let me get some comments up. If you are joining me, come on in and say hi. Took me a minute to remember how to do a live video for you guys because I feel like I haven't been around for a little bit. I've been around, but we were on a trip last week and it was super, super hectic. And I really was not even on my phone very much at all. And we're getting ready to go again next week. So I wanted to make sure that I definitely came in to say hi and do a little stamping for you guys today. So let me know if you're here. We want to make sure that you can hear, that you can see, because this is my free online class. Every single week, I am live on Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Time to do an online class for you guys. And then I always take what we did and I put it on my blog with dimensions and information and all that good stuff. Now, this one happens to be using something that I pulled out of or off my shelf. And let me know if you guys have this one, Spotlight on Nature. It has been around for a little bit. So I pulled it off, dusted it off, and we're going to play a little bit with this one. So, hello, Mary Ellen. Good morning, Debbie. Sunny Montana. I love that. What's your temp in Montana right now? I'm always curious for my Western states because we love being out west. So, always curious to see what the temp is. We may actually have a little bit of sun here in Pennsylvania today. I know it's been fairly rainy, which does not make my farmer unhappy. So I know a lot of us are like, come on, sun, we want to see some warm and we want to see some sun. But with the rain, it's definitely been helping our corn crop, and that we're going to need this fall for sure. Good morning, Lori. And hey there, Sharon. So happy you're joining us. If you are catching the replay, make sure you comment and say hi in the replay so I can swing back and visit with you. Okay, so Spotlight on Nature. This is now it is still a bundle. We kept the bundle together, but it is not in the current catalog. It's now considered an online exclusive. So we kept it around because, I mean, are we right, guys? These dies, they're like, we have to have them. They just go with everything. So even though it's technically a bundle, there is nothing that cuts these pieces out except your fingers and your good scissors. But this is just a staple. These are some great dies. So you can still get it bundled together. And again, it's an online exclusive. So we moved it out of the catalog to keep some room or to make some room for new stuff. But I love this one. And so we had a good time. 64, that's not too bad. That sounds nice. That sounds like a perfect temperature, I think, Mary Ellen. Debbie says dreamy dies. Absolutely. Sharon has this bundle. Good. So hopefully these are some new ideas that you can dust yours off and play a little bit. Now, I did incorporate the elements of text as well. And this is one, the girls that were in class yesterday kind of weren't sure where this one was. It is an online exclusive, and it is great for creating some quick and easy, fun backgrounds. So online exclusive again for this one. All right. Since I have a lot going on today, we're going to get crack-a-lackin'. We've got 5 projects to make, so hopefully you guys can settle in and do a little bit of stamping. I think I saw Joan on. Joan, this is going to look very familiar to you, I have a feeling. Marjorie from the UK. Oh my gosh. Hello, my friend from the UK. I love that you are joining us this morning. All right, we're going to start off here with this project and kind of going with some neutrals. So we've got basic beige and early espresso for this one. So let's go ahead and fold our card base in half. Again, one cool thing about my monthly make and take class, which is what this one is if you have a purchase from me during the month, I'm going to give you the tutorial for free. So if you are shopping, and let me see if I happen to have a shopping link here. I don't know if I have it pulled up and ready to go. Oh, there we are. Okay, there's shop. So if you shop during the month of June, I will send you this tutorial automatically for free, for you for free. Now, I did a little embossing ahead of time, and you guys might have to help me out with this one. This is an embossing folder, looks like this, and it has a partner that has some flowers. And I don't know its name. It's an online exclusive, I'm pretty sure. Comes with a set of two. And I want to say something gardens, glass and gardens, something gardens. So, anyway, if anyone knows the name of this one, it's scavenger hunt time. Scavenger hunt. Somebody will help me out. I just know you will. So, we're going to attach this panel to our early espresso. And this one just does the half. Now you could run it through again. Oh, I'm having a hard time seeing. My eyeballs don't want to work this early in the morning. Okay, so there we are. It just does this half, but something very different. You could add the other half on there as well. So we'll go ahead and we can now attach this to our card base. Good morning, Darcy. Debbie, get it out and use it. Now that you have ideas, get it out and let's dust it off, girl. And let's use the spotlight on nature. Now, I'm going to use Dear Friend. This is part of the stamp set, but you could use any sentiment. We're going to challenge my old eyeballs here and see if I can fit this on. Hopefully I can, but we'll see. Okay. Blind squirrel every now and then. So early espresso ink on that one. And ahead of time, so that you don't have to watch me fussy cut, I did two of the leaves in early espresso and basic beige, and I cut those out. So we're going to add those with some Pop Tarts, as we like to call them in my studio. And the sad part is, as I mentioned, we do not have dies for this one. The dies are, oh, I thought I had tiny, I do have tiny dimensionals. The biddies, I call them. Let's get some biddies out here. They work just perfect down there for that stem. So the dies would be all the circles, and you will use them quite often. I have no fear of saying that because I get those dies out quite a bit. But you will have to, I think Joan is on with us. Joan, you call this cussy cutting. I call fussy cutting. Sometimes we say cussy cutting because it's a lot of work. So there we have our two flowers and our leaves, and then we can just tack our sentiment in there, and we're going to do that with dimensionals as well. Lots of pop on this particular card. There we go. And this die, I believe, is from Unbounded Love. Now, because I'm not in for a challenge today, the bow maker is going to come out and we're going to make ourselves a super cute little bow here and add that with some mini glue dots, or you know what they're called in my studio, right? If you follow me or you hang out in my studio, you know what we call these guys. The good old snot dots. That comes from my children when they were little. And it carried on for 20 some years. We've been calling them snot dots. All right, a little trim here. And then we got to do some blings. So I don't know if these are still current or not. It's very hard to keep in touch these days with what is available, what's not available, what's current, what's not. So I have them, I'm using them. And there is a beautiful neutral card for a dear friend. And I really like the sentiment because then inside could be anything. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, thinking of you, whatever you need to say to your dear friend. You're lucky to be my friend. Dear friend, aren't you blessed? All right, so there is card numero 1. Number 2, we're going to get easy peasy mac and cheesy. Now, this one is a challenge for some of us who have been around for a while. Straight up stamps, ink, and paper. That's it. Stamps, ink, and paper. It's very hard to do that for those of us who have been crafting for a very, very long time, but it is a fun challenge. So we have got Misty Moonlight for our card base. Good morning, Sandy in rainy Connecticut. We have got a layer of crumb cake and we've got a layer of basic white. So I'm going to use that Elements of Text, the big circle one. I'm going to tell you, don't try to strain your eyeballs to know what it says. We were having some fun with that yesterday in class, and we thought, well, it's very small, it's very scripty, and we were kind of hoping, in a sick, twisted way, we were saying, oh, wouldn't it be fun if it said like not nice things? And we did this like, you suck, go home. But I don't think Stampin' Up would do that, first of all. But we thought, wouldn't that be a fun little joke to have, as we're like, oh, look at this beautiful background stamp, and then it says not nice things in scripty pretty words. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got some crumb cake and I'm going to stamp it off just because I want to make sure that that flower really pops on there. So my ink pad, a little juicier than normal. And so one stamp off and you have a nice lighter shade of crumb cake. Then we're going to pull out the flower image and we'll ink that up with a little bit of Misty Moonlight. Stamp that right here in the center. Don't even worry. Don't get too bogged down. And is it straight? Is it not straight? I don't know. Doesn't matter. The flowers kind of are blooming. So not a big deal. I hear you, Darcy. It is hard. And that's why it's so strange that sometimes the challenge for us is to do simple. So sometimes that's a good challenge for all of us. And one challenge is that is hard for us to do is no layering. So if you are a demonstrator, I am getting ready to host a demonstrator only event with my team member and friend Catherine Carroll. So it is in person. It is in Chambersburg, PA in September. So if you are a demonstrator, you're not on my mailing list, you can let me know. We have in person and we have to go options. But right now we are doing, do I have it up here? Let me look. It's called Connect and Create. And I don't think I have it. Oh, there we are. Connect and Create. This is for demonstrators only. So if you are a demonstrator, doesn't matter where you are, you can join our Facebook group. And we're getting ready to have an in-person event, myself and Catherine Carroll. Now, if you're not familiar with Catherine Carroll, she is from the UK as well. So is it Marjorie? Is that who was on with us this morning from the UK? Let me scroll back here and see. Oh, there's too many comments. Yeah, Marjorie. So Catherine actually is from the UK. She lives here now, about 2 hours from me, and she's on my team. And she hosts a tech help Facebook group, which she is such a blessing, blessing, blessing for all of us. So we're going to combine and we're going to have inspiration stations, make and takes. We're going to have lunch. We're going to have networking. We're going to have a lot of fun. Demonstrators only. It's called Connect and Create. Now you can join that group because what I am sharing also is that we have a challenge going on right now in that group for stamping. And it's a bingo challenge. And one of the challenges is to do a card with no layers. And that is so tricky for us. Okay, so I do want to do a sentiment here real quick. And this one is from Beautiful Motifs. I think this sentiment is from. I think this just says exactly what I need to say. You've been on my mind. And so that one would work for a lot of reasons as well. So there is a very simple stamp, ink, and paper. No gems or anything, but you could bling it up for sure if you wanted to. Very, very easy card to create, and you can make a bunch of them. Good sympathy card, I feel like. And that's sometimes ones that we don't always want to make or feel like making. So this could be a great thinking of you sympathy card. All right, on to numero 3. We're going to do something a little bit different with this one. Again, a very simple, easy to create card, but we're going to do something a little bit fun and different with this one. So we've got a basic black base and some very vanilla. So we're going to stamp our leaf in memento, and we're going to do that twice. Good morning, Susie and Corinne. Oh, Carla, you're on. These look familiar, don't they, Carla? I'm so glad you girls were able to come to class yesterday. So we're going to stamp one leaf there. Oh, this ink pad needs some juice, but it's going to work. It's going to be just fine. Another leaf here. And then I always need thank you cards. So we're going to do thanks down here. Oh, it's a little crooked, but that's okay. So am I. Now, here comes the fun part. We're going to use the butterfly, but as you can tell in this card, the stamp is going to the left, but my butterfly is going to the right. So how do we do that? It's magic. Let me show you this little magic trick so that you can do this at home sometime. You're going to take your silicone craft sheet and you're going to ink up your butterfly, get him good and juicy. Make sure your craft sheet is clean and stamp your butterfly carefully on that craft sheet. Lay down your cardstock and you're going to transfer that butterfly onto your cardstock from the craft sheet. Now we're going to hope this works because my ink pad is not real juicy, but there we are. How about that? All right. Is everybody applauding at home? I want to hear the claps from everybody. Golf clap for Jody for learning how to make a butterfly go the opposite way. Who knew? So all those fun stamps that you have and you want them to go a different way, that's how you do it. All right, now I have a little bit of basic beige here and I'm just going to do some splatters in here, just a couple willy-nilly little splatters in basic beige. That can now go onto our card base. We're rolling right through. Thank you, friends. Thank you for the claps, the applause. I can hear you. I can hear you. Everyone needs to have their ego stroke now and then, right? Okay, the little vanilla onto the basic black. Then I'm getting a pile up here. Too many items. Let's do Petunia Pop. And we got to color this little flutterby in here. So this is some dark petunia. So another thing I was going to tell you real quick while I'm coloring about Connect and Create is that we host connection sessions on the second Tuesday of each month. So I know a lot of my demonstrator friends are not local to me. And so you can still join our Connect and Create group and hop into our connection sessions. It's all about togetherness and sharing, networking, meeting other people, and those are held via Zoom. So even if you're saying, well, I don't live close by, so I couldn't make your event, go ahead and hop into that Facebook group and you could maybe join a connection session, or you can even play along with the fun chat, the bingo challenge that we have going on, because it's open for everybody, not just those who are close by. All right, I'm going to go back in a little bit and just kind of add a little bit more detail. There we are. Now comes the fun part. We do have to fussy cut this guy. I'm so sorry. One thing that you'll want to be sure to do if you do join the Connect and Create group is make sure that you do answer the questions. That is super important. If you just ask to join, we won't be able to add you until you have answered the specific questions. So make sure that you do that to be added to our group, and then you could join our connection session in July, the second Tuesday of each month. We are on Zoom together, and everyone is welcome. You do not have to be on my team. You don't have to be part of Catherine's Facebook group. It is just demonstrators getting together to connect with each other. And life's too short. We need lots of good people in our lives. Okie dokie. So Corinne says she has trouble getting it dark. Make sure that your ink is really, really juicy. And here is another one. I have not done this, but I have heard of it. I'm going to share a little tip with you. Hold, please. Okay, so I haven't done this, but one of the girls had this at class yesterday. But I have heard of people doing it. So our Memento ink pad is looks like this because it's not a Stampin' Up pad. It is actually from the company that makes Memento. It's a linen based pad. I find that they do tend to dry out a lot quicker than our normal Stampin' Up pads, which have like a foam inside. So what you can do to really always have a good image with the Memento is buy yourself the white ink pad. Okay. So you can get this. This is from Stampin' Up. You can purchase this. It comes uninked. Even though it says white, the ink pad itself is uninked and it comes with a bottle of white refill. Okay. So what you can then also do is buy yourself the Memento refill and fill this ink pad with the refill. And now you have a Memento ink pad that will be foam. Okay. So now if you like the way that those ink up and the way that those stamp, just make your own, but just maybe make sure that you write that it is that it is black, not white. Okay? So that's just a fun little tip for you if you're not a huge fan of the linen type. And that might help too, Corinne, that if you're having trouble and you can't get the ink dark enough, you might just want to make yourself your own DIY Memento ink pad. You are welcome for that fun tip. I did not create it. I did not invent it. I haven't done it myself, but I know lots of people who have. And Debbie had it at class yesterday and said that she really likes it that way. The other thing that you can do is, so his body looks okay. It's a little bit light. You could get your black Stampin' Blend and just darken it a little bit. So another, oh my gosh, I'm full of tips. Oh my gosh, tips galore. Tips, tips, tips. All right, so I added my butterfly with some dimensionals and I had my bow done ahead of time. So we're going to put that on with a Schnott dot. And let's put some gems on, shall we? Let's see, what do we have here? Do we have any good gems in this that I might like on there? I don't know if I had any. There's some butterflies. We could put more butterflies on there. That could be cute. I don't have any black ones, do I? Oh, wasn't there black in this? Nope, we used all the black ones. What about petunia ones? Maybe I need some petunia. All right, let's see. Here's the newest. There's petunia right there. Let's do that. So these are the new in color gems from the annual catalog. Everything's better with bling. Yeah. Just kind of pops the color here. I like that. I like that very much. Okay, so there's some. Ta-da! Okay, card number 3. Hang on, guys, because we got four projects. Where did you get the embellishment book? Let me tell you. This one, mine is not decorated. This is a photo album from Amazon or the Dollar Tree, wherever you can get those cheapy cheap little portable photo albums. That's what this is. This was a gift for everyone at one of our Pampered Stamper retreats, but I had it decorated. Mine was the prototype just to make sure it fit and it worked, and it does. So, yes, all your embellishments can slide in there. What do you think? Pretty cool. So, take this out, like this little piece will come out. You can decorate it and make it really pretty. So I need to put some cardstock in there to give it um, a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more stability. How about that? Does stability work? Now, some of your gems might not fit, but darn near most of them do. And I am thrilled with it. Very, very thrilled. And easy. I don't know. Were they a buck maybe? Okay. Marjorie says, I have used the blank white pads from Stampin' Up with Memento Black and Versamark. Yeah, perfect. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm losing my comments now. Debbie needs 50 of those. Well, they're only a buck. So, I mean, they came, I think from Amazon, they came in a pack of 8. That should get you there, Deb. That should get you there. All right. Now, don't lose your, oh, I'm missing a bit and piece. I already can tell. Okay, that's all right. Next up, let's make some room, make some room. We have got this fun one. Okay. So for this one, we've got some peach pie. This is when I always wish that these were scratch and sniff. We've got some basic black and we have got some basic white. So what we're going to start off with is stamping our flowers in the memento on each corner. So we're going to do one set this way and another set in the opposite corner. Now, to get this here, hey, Tina, no worries. Come on late. Okay. So the next thing that we need to do is we're going to take one of our textured note dies and we're going to lay that in the center of our card. And we're going to take a black marker. Now, my Stampin' Write marker is dead. We'll have a funeral for it next week. It is totally dried out. It probably is the first Stampin' Write marker I ever bought 20 some years ago. And it just said, yeah, he's done. So I have this random one. But what we're going to do is just very carefully trace this die. I'm doing the inside, but you can definitely do the outside. The thing you want to be very careful of is that this die does not ever move. So we need to just connect the flower. So we're not drawing the line through our flower at all. We don't want to do that. We want to stop and skip over where that line will meet up with the flower and the leaves as well. If you have washi tape, that will definitely help. So you can washi tape it down, but you're just kind of drawing that frame on your card. Okay, now Jody hopes that she did everything correctly. I did say scratch and sniff. Don't you wish that this peach pie cardstock was scratch and sniff? Or the ink pad, that would be okay. I'm just an 80s kid looking for sniffy markers. Okay, now you might want to wipe that off because you might end up, yeah, see you get it on there. So wipe that off. But there you go. The frame, there's the frame. Okay. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment here. Okay, that works because you never know what you might need. So the question yesterday in class, does this make you sing a song in your head when you see this hello? Does anyone in particular come into your mind? Like as soon as somebody says hello, like I have a song that plays in my head. Let's get out some blends and I'm just gonna color one. So I've got some peachy pie here. This is dark, yeah? Yeah. Some peach pie dark. All righty. Then some light. Hopefully, am I moving? Are you guys moving? Probably. I think I feel like I'm shaking the table a little bit. So apologies. Okay. So any of your rectangle dies would work with that. It's just something a little bit different. And again, we're to no layers. No layers on that. Okay, and a little bit. Yeah, you guys are with me. The 80s kids are showing, right? Yeah, I always think when I hear that or when I see hello, I always think Lionel Richie, but Joan said it, Adele. So could go either way, Lionel Richie or Adele. Either way. Now for the leaves, I've got Granny Apple. So just a little bit of a lighter green. I did not want Old Olive for this one. So you'll do this and then you'll do the exact same for the second set of flowers. And then I might add a little bit of bling on this one just because I want to, because I have it. Okay, so then you'll just do the same thing there. And we can add that to, what'd you do with your adhesive, woman? Oh, okay. Woo, sorry. Add that to our basic black. And we have a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp, ink, and paper. That's all there is to it. That's what started us, right? Oh, you saw him in concert. Oh, that sounds cool. All righty. So there we are. There's card number, whatever, 4. I think, yep, this is card number 4. Okay, card number 5. I'm missing a piece, so I need to grab a piece of white. Hold, please. Okay, I think this will work. All right. Oh, the UPS man just dropped off something for me. I got some new pre-order stuff. So Halloween showed up while I was on vacation. And I am afraid that I'm not even going to be able to play Halloween. I've got so much to get ready for to go away. So having said that we're leaving on Tuesday, I will not be live next week. I'm so sorry, my friends. My dad and his wife are going on vacation with us. So we're heading out to Utah. And I don't know what we'll be getting into. So I'll probably be posting, but I just won't be able to be live with you guys. So this is the Country Lace Designer Series paper. So I'm going to add that to a layer of white and attach that to some smoky slate. Oh, I'm so glad you're liking these cards, Sandra. It's nice to have ideas with things you already have, right? Now, here's the dies in action. So we are going to stamp them in smoky slate. But first, I need to do a cleaning because they are blue and we don't want blue. We want gray. I know flowers aren't usually gray, but they are in the studio today. Okay, so we've got some slate flowers there. Then we'll get out Misty Moonlight to do our sentiment. Thanks, because I always need more thank yous. Okay, dimensionals for this. So we'll fling some Pop Tarts on here. Okay, now ahead of time, I did some stamping and some die cutting. So I stamped our butterfly, cut him out. He's colored with petal pink, and I stamped the flower in another piece of white in Misty Moonlight and then cut those guys out. So we're going to add them with some glue dots. You could definitely do dimensionals, but I didn't want it to be up too high. So I went just with glue dots. So it has a little bit of dimension to it, but not too thick. Okay, and later on today, I will have this posted on my blog with some information. And as I mentioned, you can get the tutorial for absolutely free with your purchase with me. Now, the other thing I do offer is all of my tutorials are always available for purchase. So if you're a demonstrator, you don't necessarily want to be shopping with me. You want to shop with yourself and use your discount, but you can always buy my tutorials. And so I have a special store, all of my tutorials for probably at least the last year, and I'm adding more every single month. So you can always go and you can look for a certain particular stamp set, suite, or bundle, and I have tutorials available for instant download for you. All right, now we're going to take Flutterby and we are going to tie ourselves a bow. This should be a double bow. We'll see if it works out okay. So I just quickly grabbed a piece of thread. This is linen thread. So we'll get ourselves a double bow here. And then we'll just kind of, yeah, that'll work. We'll add Flutterby there. Okay, and then he's just going to kind of flit and flutter around. So let's put a dimensional down here like this. And there we have a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Now, I know this does not translate very well, but Winkastella. Now, you do have to be careful when you're using the Winkastella with the regular Stampin' Ink pads because it can bleed. This one looks like maybe, are you dry? Oh, I think you are. Yeah, this Winkastella is done. But, yep, you've had a good run. Anyway, I would Winkastella the flowers. So there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've created. All our gorgeous projects using our Spotlight on Nature. Yeah. So again, hop over to my blog. You can get details there, place your order. You can get the tutorial for free. And there's something else. Oh, check out Connect and Create if you are a demonstrator. And I will not be live with you next week, but I will miss you terribly. Make sure you still follow me because I'll be around, but just not able to go live. I'm going to enjoy some family time with my family and especially with my farmer. I know it seems like we travel. I get that a lot. Everyone said, "Oh my gosh, you just got home and now you're going again." Don't forget he's a farmer. So there are certain times of the year when things are kind of just a little bit calmer than others. So we got all the spring planting done. We kind of wait a little bit for summer, and then things go insane in the fall. So it does feel like we travel a lot in the summer, and that is the reason why, because he has a little bit more time and he has to get away from the farm. He's got to enjoy some other parts of the country. He's got to relax and get ready for the craziness that'll happen this fall. So thank you guys for understanding. I'm so glad that you like them. Thanks so much for joining me. I so appreciate it. And if you want to have the tutorial list of all the tutorials that are available, just drop me a note, drop me a comment, and say tutorials, and I can send you the special link to the shop where I have them all listed. All right, my loves. Thanks so much. I will not see you next week, but I will see you in July. Enjoy the heck out of the rest of June. All right, bye, friends.